Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Juan Cristales here. We are now at the phase where we have to get these doors ordered. We got to get the doors ordered because it's going to take a few days to do it. Now, I highly recommend that you find someone that does them, uh, that is a contractor that actually builds the doors. That's what we've managed to do, and it's a little bit less expensive for us. It actually works out well. But you can also go to the big box stores and try to get a better discount. There are some places, there's some cool places around here in Houston. There's a good place. It's called Door Clearance Center. Door Clearance Center has a just all they do is doors. They do some cabinets and stuff like that, but they really do specialize in doors and they have good quality stuff if you want to get that. So I'm going to show you just a couple of things here that I think important for you guys to take a look at and understand when it comes to doors. Okay, so we've zoomed into here to kind of show you exactly what we're talking about as far as the doors. So let's start here on the left-hand side, which is going to be side A for this particular duplex. So we have these four numbers here, 3068. And what that means is going to be that this particular door, the front entry door, is going to be 3 feet, 0 inches, and it's going to be 6 feet, 8 inches high. Now, 6 feet, 8 inches high is a standard height for doors. All standard doors are that particular height. If you get 8-foot doors, it's going to be more expensive, but standard height is going to be this 6'8". The 30 for the entryway is pretty standard as well. That means it's going to be 36 inches wide or 3 feet. But in order to make it easier and standard for everybody to understand, doors and plans and all this other stuff, they make them all the same way. They do the same thing for windows. So if you see here, this window says 3030. That means it's going to be 3 feet, 0 inches by 3 feet and 0 inches. That's exactly what that means. So now over here, we're at the coat closet and we need a door there. So this is going to be a 2 feet, 0 inch, 6'8" door. And so that's exactly what we're going to be ordering. We made a list of all these doors that are going to be needed. Now let's move up a little bit further up on this particular thing here. So the pantry is the same thing. It's a 2068, meaning 2 feet 0 inches. These laundry doors and utility doors are going to be 5-foot doors. I personally do not like those accordion doors. I think they're always a little bit, they're a little flimsy and they always fall off the rails and always have problems with them. If you're a landlord or if you are a builder and you're selling it, people always complain about these. They want them to get fixed. You need a rail at the top, you need a rail at the bottom, and I don't know why. I just don't like them, and they've always been problematic for me. So now I decided that we're only going to do with solid doors so that they, just close all the way and there's a little locking mechanism, and that's it. It's pretty basic. So as you're doing this, you have to go in and verify the sizes and the dimensions of these units. So don't just take it for granted. Again, I'm going to provide this stuff for you, but here you see it's a 2'8", 6'8". Sorry, I covered that up. 2 foot 8 inches. This one's 2 foot 6 inches. So this one's a little bit narrower than this one. It's just the way the plans came out. It's not a big deal. These ones here, left and right, are going to be the same. The bathrooms are going to be the same. They're just opening opposite directions. So this is the entryway to the master bedroom. So as you can see here, they're both 2 feet 8 inches, 6 foot 8 inches high, 2 foot 8 inches, 6 inches high. But obviously this one opens to the left and then this one opens to the right. So what this means is you're standing right here, right? So whenever you're standing right here, oftentimes you're going to use your right hand to open that doorknob and then to open it this way. That's why it's called a right hand swing. And if you're standing here on this side, you're likely going to turn your body and open it with your left hand and then swing the door this way. That's why it's called a left hand door. So let's go to this cool little website. So Door Clearance Center is a place here in Texas, in Houston, where we buy our doors. You can buy them here. You can buy them wherever you feel like it. We're shopping around. Okay, we're getting hollow core doors for the interior. We're not getting anything solid. If you're getting a solid door, a solid wood door for interior doors, it's going to be very, very expensive, and we're not trying to spend that kind of money. Traditionally, builder grade stuff is going to be something that's going to be on the inside. It's going to be hollow core doors. And these actually are pretty nice. The ones that we use here, these are going to be 5-panel doors. So basically what that means is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels, and they're just stacked on top of each other. Very cool looking door. We like them a lot, and that's what we've been using. I think the the 6 panel doors are kind of played out. The ones where you have the 2 here on the top and then you have 4 on the bottom in kind of sequential order like that. Don't really want to use those. So if you go to this website here and you click on door handling, or I'm sorry, door handing. So that just means that you're going to be turning the doorknob. You have a schedule here or something that just shows you basically what kind of door to order the way you're doing it. Okay, so if you go to Door Clearance Center, you can bring your set of plans and they will help you kind of put this whole thing together. It makes it very, very easy. Show up with either a digital set of plans that you can show them on an iPad, or if you want to do a printed version of it and then bring it to them and they'll help you basically order the doors for you. Now, this is just another quick reiteration of what I was just talking about here. If we're standing on the, this is from the outside of the home, but we're obviously inside the house, but we're outside of the room before we go into the room. So if we're standing here, we're going to use our left hand to open that door, make it out. So it's a left hand swing, and then the same thing over here, a right hand swing. So that's what that means. So what I did, guys, is I went over there for you and just basically kind of put this thing together. I just want to show you real quickly here what I did. So this height here is going to be for side A, and this side here is going to be for side B. Obviously, I was just double checking, make sure the measurements are going to be correct. Now, there's something that I don't want you guys to get freaked out about whenever you go out and look at your duplex, because here's what's going to happen is you're going to show up to the duplex and you're going to measure these holes here where, one second. What's going to happen is you're going to go to the house and you're going to be measuring this. He's like, okay, Juan said this is going to be a 2.868, so 2 foot 8 inch door. So if you do 2 feet, which is 24 inches, plus the 8 inches here, that's going to be 32 inches. And then you're going to go out there and you're going to measure this opening here. This opening here is actually going to end up being more closer to 34 inches. So, and that's normal. So don't freak out about that. What happens is the framers, whenever they're leaving the opening for the doors, they make it approximately so that you have 1 inch on either side. Sometimes it's 3 inches. It's not the end of the world. But as long as you have enough room for a 2 foot 8 inch door to fit between here and here, you are good to go. Don't freak out about it. I didn't really understand that when I first started. It would freak me out. I'm like, I don't know. What's the door opening? It was just, don't worry about that. The only thing you really need to worry about is going to be the plans. This is where we start, which is the planning phase, ensuring that we get the right information on here so that way whenever we go to order the doors, we have the right information. Okay, so we were just looking at the master. Let me see here. Let me move this over here this way. This is going to be the master bedroom here. So as you can see here, it's a 2 foot 8. I know it's kind of covered up here, but it's going to be a 2 foot 8, right hand and left hand. So what I did here is just I went ahead and I put this whole entire thing into an Excel spreadsheet for you guys. It's super easy to read. This is going to be just for me for notes, and also for the guys going to be out there, the contractors working on it to make sure that they got the measurements right, the right door in the right spot. But really, for what we're done and what we're planning, we just did this here separate, unit A, unit B, and then basically just did the type of door that's going to be needed and the location of that door. And then on the unit B, what type, what left hand, right hand, the double doors here, what size those need to be, so on and so forth. And that's basically it. You get this information over to them. It's going to take them a few days, maybe a couple weeks to get this stuff done. Our guy told us that he can get us these doors here by Friday. So by Friday, all the sheetrock stuff is going to be done. We're going to give it time to dry. We've already talked to the guys going to be bringing the trim and all the carpentry stuff so we can do that. The next phase after the after the sheetrock is completed is going to be all the trim carpentry. Now, the framers, because they work on wood, sometimes people think that the framers also do this work, but they do not do it. Framers are sometimes some knuckle dragging fools, okay? They not in a bad way. They're very, very smart because they have to be able to read these plans and be able to figure it all out. And so from that perspective, they're not knuckle draggers. They actually need to be super, super smart, and they're actually really good at math is what those guys are. Figuring out all these dimensions and what's this and what's that, how everything fits together. But the thing that I'm trying to get you to understand is that they're not super particular about the details. Now, when you get the guys that are going to be doing the actual hanging the doors and doing the shelving in the closets, and they're going to be doing the doorknobs, the door stops, and all this other stuff, the cabinets, those guys need to be a little bit more detail oriented. And because of that, we use guys which is referred to as the trim carpentry guys, and that's what they're going to be doing. So this is going to be the next phase. It's going to be the baseboards, the doors, the casing, and all that stuff that goes along with it. That's all we got for you guys today, and I will talk to you guys again soon.